Hello again. The achievements of our most recent Prime Minister are probably not something upon which most people would wish to dwell, let alone expect to be well rewarded for. She appointed an incompetent idiot as Chancellor of the Exchequer, and the two of them screwed up the British economy, making it almost incredibly worse than it had already been. She managed to do all this in a little over a month before admitting that she couldn't do the job and she'd really just bluffed her way into it. She wasn't up to it. Now, I have actually done this myself in the past. Not become Prime Minister and screwed up the British economy, you understand, but rather bluffed my way into a high paying job that I couldn't do and hadn't the remotest idea how to undertake properly. When it had become obvious to everybody that I was useless, I left. I did not expect, and nor did I receive, a pension from all this. I simply left those few weeks out of my CV because I was so embarrassed about my idiocy trying it on to such an extent. Liz Truss is rather more lucky. As a result of her sheer chutzpah in taking that post for which she was manifestly unqualified, she becomes entitled to what is known as the Public Duty Cost Allowance. In a description to this video, I give a link to the government website explaining what this is. It says that, and I quote, "The PDCA, that's the Public Duty Cost Allowance, was introduced to assist former Prime Ministers still active in public life. Payments are made only to meet the actual cost of continuing to fulfil public duties. The costs are a reimbursement of incurred expenses for necessary office costs and secretarial costs arising from their special position in public life. The allowance is not paid to support private or parliamentary duties. The PDCA is in addition to any constituency office which they may maintain as a Member of Parliament. The PDCA allowance is paid from the Cabinet Office vote and administered by the Cabinet Office finance team. All former Prime Ministers are eligible to draw on the PDCA." Cutting through all the guff, this is in effect a pension for life. As long as a former Prime Minister is still doddering around, arranging to give speeches and open village fetes and so on, keeping up at least the pretence of a public life, that £115,000 a year is there for the taking. Even fabulously wealthy people like Tony Blair are entitled to it, simply by virtue of having been Prime Minister 17 years ago. Ever since he left office in 2007, he has been drawing £115,000 each year from the public purse. John Major left office 25 years ago. But each year he too has picked up his £115,000, as have Gordon Brown and David Cameron. It's money for old rope. People are now asking if somebody who's spent a month and a half trashing our economy and leaving others to clear up the mess should really be able to sting us all for 115 grand a year for the rest of her life. I wonder what most people think about this.